Hey, it's Greg Luther here, and listen, I wanted to talk a little bit about all of the real estate agents that I talk to on a consistent basis. I hear questions all the time about how I've gotten to where I am because many people know what my story of struggle was before I actually became successful and started helping so many realtors. Many of you know I sold real estate for a long, long time, and I got to tell you, it was not what I signed up for. I mean, when you first got your real estate license, I'm sure that you also assumed you were going to make tons of money and it was going to be easy and your phone just rings and you go meet clients and you make $20,000, right? That's what I thought when I was very naive back at 21 years old. I thought it was going to be an easy business, and it was actually kind of a weird story on how I even got involved in real estate. I don't think I've ever met anybody. I coach 30,000 realtors now. I don't think I've ever met anybody that planned to get in real estate unless their family was in real estate growing up, right? So I used to groom horses. I had race horses that I groomed, and one of the gentlemen that I met, he started buying up horses for me to train for him. He didn't make money. He ended up losing money. And when I was 20 years old, almost 21 years old, he said, I don't want to do horses anymore. Why don't you get your real estate license and I'll buy a bunch of rental properties? So I had to borrow money in order to get my real estate license, borrowed money from my mom. It was like $1,600 at the time. Then I had to join the MLS and then pay all the dues and get lock boxes and signs and business cards and all of this stuff. The guy never bought a house. So here I am standing there in Columbus, Ohio with a real estate license, lost, 21 years old, looked like I was 16 years old. How in the world am I going to make money? So I start buying all kinds of stuff. Like back then it was the Carlton Sheets, No Money Down. You guys remember those late night TV shows? Trust me, I wasn't getting much sleep. I was a starving realtor. So I started buying all these, get rich quick and buy homes with no money down, using no credit, and they'll give you money at closing and all that crap. I bought it 5 or 6 times. The dang thing never worked. So what I started doing is seeing that there were other agents that were successful, and I'm starving at the time. Like, I've got to find a way to become successful. So I start looking at other agents, and what I found is that a lot of these top-notch agents are old, and they'd had a business for 30 years, and the only reason they were doing well was because they had a book of business of 30 years. So they had lots of past clients and referrals and that type of thing. But there was really nobody out there that was attracting new business. So I start doing open houses, doing door knocking, door hangers. I'm trying to create the perfect door hanger. I'm doing calendar magnets at the end of the year. I'm doing all of that crap, and I'm just not getting where I need to be. And I'm sure you guys have been there as well. I mean, fast forwarding to today, look at the freaking difference of where I've come. But I've struggled. I've done all that crap that so many new realtors or struggling realtors have done. And it was very frustrating. There was many days I think maybe I'm not cut out for this real estate stuff. I'm sure you've probably been there sometime in your life as well, thinking maybe this is not for me. So I started looking at coaches, and there are no shortage. Let me tell you, there are absolutely no shortage of coaches out there that want to sell you their latest and greatest thing. But all of them that I bought, none of them worked. You get a little bit of results, but it costs you more money than you're spending and all of that. So I'm going through all these struggles. I'm doing open houses on the weekends. Then I'm doing Thursday evenings. Then I'm wondering, should I even be in real estate at all? The most embarrassing thing that had ever happened to me happened at that time. I mean, it's still embarrassing to this day. This is back when we used to do office caravan tours of all the new listings. And while we were getting ready to go, we're getting ready to go outside. Here comes the repo man repossessing my car. I had a freaking Ford Taurus. If you guys remember a Ford Taurus, I had a Ford Taurus, and during the office meeting, he's repossessing my car. Nothing more humiliating. I still remember the gentleman that was there at the office. His name was Ed. And he's like, hey, looks like they're hooking your car up. And I had to instantly come up with a story. Oh, yeah, the starter went bad. I got to tow the thing. You know how it is when you buy this American stuff. It's never going to work well. But my car was being repossessed because I hadn't made the car payments. And I start thinking maybe this real estate thing's not for me, because I tried a bunch of different approaches. I tried a lot of different ways to make money, And it wasn't happening for me, right? I'm not afraid to invest in myself. I'm not afraid to try new things. I'm not stuck in my ways. You know, a lot of older realtors, if you've been doing this 10 years or more, you consider yourself seasoned. So you're like, no, this is the only way I'm going to do it. Everything else is a joke. So I start getting all these coaches and spending more money that I didn't have. And I said, you know what? If I ever make it, if I ever figure this shit out, if I can find a way to become successful in real estate, I'm going to teach other people how to do it so they don't have to go through this crap I'm going through. It cost me my freaking marriage, right? Like when you start being accused of loving your career more than you love your spouse, that's a problem. But I'm dedicated to success. So I've been there. I've been down that bad road. And I said, you know what? If I ever do make it, which many of you know the story, I became one of the top realtors in the United States. But I said, if I ever figure out this marketing thing where I can get all these buyers and sellers, there's tons of business around me. I just can't get them to go with me. And if I ever figure it out, I'm going to help others to do the exact same thing, to show them exactly what I did so that they can copy that approach. So, you know, I went through a lot of that stuff. And I do remember before I got divorced, one of the low times was like, yeah, your car was repoed. I had my home foreclosed on and all of that stuff, you know, as embarrassing as that is. So I've been through that, but I think the most embarrassing time for me as a man, as a provider, as a spouse, was I remember one night we had to share a frozen burrito from the dollar store, paid with change, and did not have $2 plus tax to get 2 burritos. And I remember getting it out of the microwave and, you know, trying to give her a little bit bigger half. That was probably the lowest point for me in real estate. And I said, the next day, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I'm going to find a way to be successful. I'm going to learn how marketing works. And I started thinking about what the clients want. What would the clients want from the approach that I'm doing here? They don't want a realtor. They don't want somebody to represent their best interest. They don't want somebody that's a good negotiator. All that crap that we hear from everybody. So anyway, I figured out marketing. Needless to say, right? Several months I did 25 closings and figured it all out and became massively successful as a realtor. But just as soon as you get high, here comes the roller coaster again, right? So I started making lots of money. Like I never thought at 23, 24 years old, I'd be having 6-figure months. It was happening consecutively. And I'm making tons of money. So now I'm not grooming horses anymore. I can own race horses. Little side note, don't invest in anything that eats while you sleep. It's a really bad idea. I own 53 race horses right now. I've never made a profit in my life. But I started buying horses, and my grandpa, who I was really close with, I got in the horse business because of my grandfather, and just fell in love with the horses, the animal, the racing, the competition. And I was able to make him a trainer. So he was training all my horses, and I was buying a lot of great horses. We're on top of the world. Like we're winning races. I love standing in the winner's circle. You know, we've got the pride of winning all these races. He tells me his stomach's hurting one day, and starts coughing up blood. And I'm like, holy crap, we got to get to the ER as quickly as we can. No idea. Like, he's been the healthiest human in the world. Gastric cancer. It's terminal. We can't treat him. 2 weeks to live. He's bleeding internally. Dude, you want to talk about getting hit by a truck? I instantly started puking. I've never done that in my life. Not from pain, not from anger, not from stress. Instantly just started puking. And, you know, me, like, I go into fix-it mode, right? Look, come here, doctor. Come here. What do we got to do? What can I do? Insurance won't cover it. He's terminal. I'm like crying, but I'm trying to hold myself together. And I said, there has to be a way. He said, there's nothing you can do. He's bleeding from his stomach. He has a huge ulcer there. Like, we could take his stomach out, but it's like 150 grand. Insurance won't cover it. You would literally hook the esophagus to the intestines, and he would only live another extra 2 weeks. Extra 2 weeks. 150 grand. Who do I write the check out to? One of the proudest moments I've had in my entire freaking real estate career, I was able to buy an extra couple of weeks with my grandfather. So they did the surgery, and I was able to take him to his home state of Louisiana. We figured we had about a month left to go, the 2 weeks they thought he would have, and then the additional 2 weeks. And it was phenomenal to see his brothers and he's got 13 brothers and sisters from all these different states, to come in and hear the stories of when he was younger and, him talk about how proud he was of me. That's what making money is about. That's why you become rich and why you become successful and why you get debt free, because somebody in your family is eventually going to need you to step up. And that's what happened for me. So I'm down there, I'm spending time with him. I've never been so excited to just look at a bobber while fishing with my grandfather. Never been so excited to just sit on the dock out back and just watch the bobber while I'm talking to him. The greatest moment of my life at that point. So, obviously things are going well there. About 3 weeks had passed and I'm like, holy crap, I got a whole real estate business at home. I need to call my assistant. I only had one assistant at the time. Like, I need to call and make sure everything's okay. And what fires can I put out? How many deals fell apart? She's like, we got 19 deals in contract. Everything's fine. I got it. You need to be with your family, and hung up the phone. That's when I realized I have a system. It doesn't involve me. I can be with my family. I can do the things I want to do. And I'm systems dependent, not people dependent. And that was huge for me. So, obviously that was an amazing time. We actually ended up with 5 weeks before he passed, but I got to say so much and I got to learn so much and just enjoy our time together. And he made me promise. He said, hey, and I don't really have a lot of time to tell you the whole story around this, but he said, hey, you need to pay this forward. There's a lot of other real estate agents out there that are struggling. They're not going to be able to do this. They can't be sick themselves for 2 days. They're going to be afraid they can't pay their bills. You need to tell this story. You need to teach others, and you need to make sure that they are successful for them and their families as well. And that's where my passion began. It was a promise to my grandfather that I would make all of this happen. So, obviously I've been through the ups and the downs. I've been through the divorce, the car repo. I've been through the custody battle with my kids. I've been through a lawsuit with someone that I was in love with, set me up for a lawsuit. I've had so much bad stuff that's happened to me. And I can guarantee you, the higher you go, the more bad stuff is going to happen to you. But I started coaching agents, and we now coach thousands of agents. We had an awesome coaching call today. As a matter of fact, those of you that were on the Inner Circle coaching call today for Greg Luther Inner Circle, leave a comment here. Leave a comment. What did you think about that coaching call today? The topics we covered, how you create your hero's journey. What were your thoughts about today's training? It was phenomenal today to see all of the comments from everybody that was involved with us today. It was absolutely amazing to see the impact that we're creating for agents. I was on a one-on-one call today with an agent that was thinking of getting out of the business, closed $83,000 in commissions last month. I hope to hell, I pray that my grandfather can see what's happening right now. I hope he can see the impact that our entire community with Greg Luther Inner Circle is creating. I want everybody to see that, because we couldn't be prouder than to help everybody out. And like today, I'm doing tons of referrals. We make a ridiculous amount of money. I spent look online, look up Greg Luther 4 million. Look it up. I spent $4 million on racehorses last year. It's freaking I made $150 a week as a groom when I was younger. But if you create enough impact for other people, Zig Ziglar told us a long time ago, if you help other people to get what they want, you will get what you want in return. I'm telling you, there's a hero in you. If you are a real estate agent, if you're in the real estate business, there is a hero in you. You need to figure out how to get that out to the public. You have to find a way to make that happen. And we have agents from all over the country, wherever you're at. As a matter of fact, right here in the chat, I want you to type the city and state that you sell real estate in, whatever your primary city is. Type it in right here. You're going to see we have a community all over the United States. You name a state, we have agents there. We have thousands of members. If you check back on this, you'll see thousands and thousands of views over the next 2 days. Not everybody watches it live, of course, but you'll see thousands of views over the next 2 days, and you're going to see people commenting the city and state that they're from, and they are involved with our program. We're trying to get them as many closings as possible so they can build a real retirement. You have to get to zero first. You have to pay off your debts first. You have to be not worried about your car being repossessed. You have to pay off your house. There's no point in having a house mortgage, right? Look how much money you make per transaction. You make 10, 20 grand every time you close a house. Let's just get 5 more closings next month. It's possible for you to do. And Now that I'm able to give back to the community, we do lots of referrals. We do 6 figures monthly in referrals. Just from me saying, hey, I practice what I preach. I'm showing you this stuff works. I spend my own money on it. Nobody spends more money on marketing with my approach than I personally do. There's not an agent in the country that invests more money to generate actual buyer and seller leads than I do. I practice what I preach, and then I refer that to some of our agent members. Some of our top-notch members that are involved with us here. So it's stuff that works so well, I use it myself, and we've created a multi-million-dollar business around it. Little old dude that used to clean shit out of stalls has created a massively successful business because I believed in myself, I believed in coaching, I believed in marketing, and I believed that if I do the right thing by the buyers and sellers in that marketplace, they're all going to go with me. And I think you'll find when you get someone that's sincere about making money, I tell agents all the time, they're like, oh, well, you're just trying to get me to sign up for your stuff. Dude, I give money away. I'm here to help you. You will not help me by signing up. It's great you're here. I'd love to have you in the community, but look online. I give money away. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help your family so you don't go through the stuff that I went through. So you don't have to have the trials and tribulations that I did. That's why you have a good coach, because they've been there before. And that's what I want you to think about in your own business, in your own life. You know, I had that entire time, I had automated systems and automated marketing and stuff that I didn't even know what those terms were back then, but it was cranking in business for me on a consistent basis. When you look at for those of you that are here, and by the way, if this stuff is important to you, if you really think that learning more about others is helpful for you, I want you to click the like button right here, wherever it's at. You should have a blue thumbs up button here. I want you to click the like button if this is the type of thing you like to hear about, if you're inspired by this story, which is what I always want to do, is inspire all of our followers with this story. You should be sharing this with other realtors that you know. There's Honey right there. That's the love of my life these days, since my kids are getting older and grown and gone. This is the only one I can bother every single day. So many of you know Honey from our other lives. But share this with other realtors. Tag somebody right here in the comments. Another realtor you know, just type their name in the comments. They're going to see this, because I'm telling you, I don't care how low you are. I've been there. I've been in a worse position. I've been at court and can't afford the attorney anymore. And the attorney bails on me because I can't pay his fee. And I'm standing there like, Your Honor, I guess I'm representing myself. I've been so low I had to share a freaking frozen burrito with my spouse. So I know how tough it is. I know what that struggle's like. But let me tell you, anybody that tells you money doesn't buy happiness has never had money. I will promise you that. Money, it'll buy your health. It'll buy 2 more weeks of life. Money absolutely buys happiness. Money will buy anything that you need. So, I've been rich and I've been poor. Both can have hard times. You're never going to buy your way out of hard times, but it sure makes it a whole lot easier for you. I would rather cry in a Benz than cry on a bus. And I think everybody can agree with that. So you've got to get your mental mindset, your relationship with money. You have to get that part of it right for yourself. When you can create automation in your life, you don't need a buyer's agent. You don't need an admin. You don't need any of that stuff. When you can create automation, I'll give you an example. I created a complete training for realtors because I want to help as many people as I can. I created a complete training that they can watch on their own time. If you go to, I'll give you an example, listmoresellers.com. It's probably in the description here somewhere. If you go to www.listmoresellers.com, you can put in your email address and immediately find out what our agents are doing. You can find out what all these inner circle members, the dozens and dozens and dozens of people that are always commenting on our videos, you can see exactly what they're doing. You should be following this page. Hopefully you're following this page. You've turned on notifications so that you know when I go live, because that's the only way you're going to get yourself out of your mess. We are in the middle of the hottest real estate market the United States has ever seen since the Louisiana Purchase. If you aren't raking it in right now, you have a marketing problem. Everybody in the world, there are people calling on rentals trying to buy the damn house right now because they can't find enough houses. If you will get your business right, and I'm telling you now, many of you know, once you get into my system, I provide tons of value for you. As an example, I don't care if you watch that video or not. Go to listmoresellers.com, and when you go there, just put in your email and your information there. Just watch what happens and how much value you get. And when you start seeing all of the closings that are happening for you, I will guilt you into staying with us forever. Because if it makes a big impact for you and your family, if you can pull yourself out of those bad things that I've been in, in my life as well, and it makes your life a lot easier, I'll absolutely promise you, you and I are going to be great friends for many, many years to come. But I don't want you to think it's all sunshine and rainbows. I know when you look on Google these days or you check out any stuff about me, oh my gosh, Greg, he makes so much money and he's referring all this business and he just has great ads that are working well, so he makes millions of dollars. He's nothing like me. I'll promise you, I've been in a worse position than you've been in. I don't want to be like you. I want you to be like me when it comes to giving back to your community, giving to as many people as you can, helping your family members. I pay all of my family members' bills, all of them. I give them all an allowance every single month because it makes me feel better knowing that my family is okay. It's why I work hard. I've been there and I want to pull you up with me. I want to get you to a position you feel really good about where you're at. You've got some awesome retirement put back. We've got a mastermind coming up here in a couple of weeks. And these agents are talking about, what their net worth looks like now compared to when we met. It'll bring you to tears when you see how proud I am of them, like what they've accomplished by simply implementing what we show them. The agents involved with Greg Luther Inner Circle, they can create a meaningful impact in their business and their family's life, but many times they'll even get to working with me on a one-on-one basis because now they have the revenue to do so, they want better access, and we can really create a big impact. You'll see it in the comments here. If you look through, if you're involved with Inner Circle and you've loved what you've learned, leave a comment here. Let everybody know. We had an awesome call today. That recording is on the member site right now. All the downloads, the notes, everything that you need, it's on there. You can implement this stuff. You can fix your real estate business, but you have to decide you're truly serious about becoming successful. You'll get out of your own way. You're not going to say, oh, I bought some stuff before and that didn't work. That's like me saying I dated somebody before. I'm not going to date anymore. That's not going to help you in any way. If somebody's there that can help you, I have no dog in this fight. It doesn't matter to me either way unless I can truly create a meaningful impact for you, and that's what I'm looking to do. So I want you to check out our system. Check out listmoresellers.com. Many of you know I've got the other ones. Getfastclosings.com. Both would be very helpful for you there, but List More Sellers is the new training that'll make a significant impact for you. You can see some stuff at Greg Luther Coaching on us. But I want you to know my story. I want you to know a little bit about how I got here. I can't believe I got through it without crying. Because let me tell you, life has been freaking tough, man. I thought for years, I thought I had a problem with insomnia. I thought I had a sleeping problem. I don't sleep real well. I actually had a medical issue. I was diagnosed with it. It's called broke-acidness. And that might be why you're not sleeping as well. You might be suffering from broke-acidness. Once I figured that out, once I started making money, I sleep like a freaking baby. Like I couldn't be happier with where I'm at in life, but trust me, I've been on the other side. I thought I had a medical issue. No, your inside, your winning game didn't match with the outside, so it wasn't going to get you where you need to be. So hopefully that's been helpful for you. I hate to ramble as long as I have, but I know it'll make a meaningful impact for a whole lot of you there. So hopefully it has been helpful for you. Our sun's starting to go down out here. I've got a huge window here in Columbus, Ohio. But anyway, hopefully this has been impactful for you. I want you to share this with an agent, with your office, with everybody in your office. Tag yourself in here. If you want to save this to watch it again, you can just type your own name into the comments here and it'll send it to you as well if you're not familiar with how that algorithm works. But I want to make a meaningful impact for as many people as I can. I don't care what you believe, spiritually, religiously, whatever. I hope my grandpa can see what we're doing. I hope that extra 2 weeks that I was able to buy at that time, I hope that did enough to make a difference in your life. That it made me make a promise that will make an impact in your life. That's my sincere hope here, and I want to try and help as many real estate agents as I can. So what I want you to do, follow our page here, turn on notifications. A really good thing for you to do here is binge watch all of the training. Just look on our Facebook page. It's all free, but binge watch all of the training. Learn as much as you can. Learn about me, learn about our agents, learn about the marketing that they're doing. I think you'll find a tremendous difference in your own life if you go about this the right way. So with that in mind, I appreciate you watching here today. If there's anything I can do for you, reach out to me here. You can inbox me here on Facebook. I personally answer the messages here, so I'll personally answer them for you. And you can also email me, greg@gregluther.com. So I'm here to help you in any way I can. I certainly appreciate your time today. I know you're busy with what you're doing, but it's always good to hear an inspirational story of how we got where we are. We call it our hero's journey. We've all been through struggle. The only thing that matters is how you come out in the end. So it's time for you to start your next chapter right now. Appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye for now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and we have a lot more information to share with you as well. I want you to do 3 important things so that we can start growing your real estate business immediately. First and foremost, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Now, if you don't have a YouTube account, you can set one up. It's totally free, very easy to do. But you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then make sure you ring the bell. If you ring the bell, you're turning on notifications, so it'll let you know every time we load new videos, and we load new training content for you nearly every single day. Now, additionally, I've got a big bonus for you because every week I choose one agent that I'm going to do a one-on-one coaching call with. Let me tell you how we choose them. You'll want to comment on this video below because every week we choose one person from the comments that I'm going to help them in growing their real estate business. So leave a comment below on the video that you just watched. What'd you think about it? Do you like it? Are you trying it? Is it something you're intrigued by or want more information on? Leave a comment below and we choose someone every single week that I have a one-on-one coaching call with. So 3 important things. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notifications, and then leave a comment on this video below. We'll plan on seeing you soon.